Hi there. So, all right, you're ready for some type of information that's going to tell you what it is that you should do now based on you wanting to grow a private practice or for you to make the next move. Well, before you start watching this training that I created for you, I'm going to tell you a little something. Absolutely nobody can tell you what to do, not even me, okay? And it's funny because, I actually made this training like during COVID. And since then, a lot has changed, right? I practiced for almost a decade, as you may or may not know. And I decided actually to retire both my licenses, both my LMFT and my LPCC. Why on earth would I do that? And let me tell you something. It's because I don't think that anybody should be placed into a box or not be in alignment with the work that it is they are truly meant to do with their gift and what God has planned for them. And so I'm sharing this with you because during this training, you're going to learn a lot of things. However, one thing that you will not learn in here is how to get rich quick or how to have somebody tell you what to do. Ultimately, you need to work on your inner personal development. We all know that because we're all healers and we're all helpers here, right? And I mentioned this as a disclosure and a disclaimer because a lot of people, when they are outsourcing their inner compass to someone else, they feel that once they have that X factor, once they have another degree, once they have another certification or another training, that it will make them more worthy or more valuable or any external validation that we can have. And that's something that I am absolutely not with. That is not my culture and that is not my mission. That is not my message. I 100% believe that you are the captain of your ship and the leader of your life. You need to be the CEO and main person making the choices that feel right to you and in alignment. For some of you that watch this are going to be like, I'm going to do nothing with this. Could be you. Could not be, maybe. Maybe you're ready to make moves. You've already had enough pain. You've already had enough confusion in your life. You already had enough things happen to you in the industry where you're like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not trying to hang with this. I'm not trying to do this anymore, because that's what happened to me. And you'll hear a little bit more about that in this training where, I was at my agency. I was getting paid $49,000 in 500, right? Almost 50,000. And I was working in some of the most dangerous environments that they could put me in, providing services in home to clients where I couldn't even walk to my car safely. And I just woke up one day and I was like, what are you doing, Z? Like, what are you doing risking your safety as a woman walking to your car, trying to help save the world one client at a time when this agency doesn't even really give two dimes, right? Or two shits about you. And it sucks, but it's just keeping it real with you. Why else would I waste your time? Because I want this to be nothing of value to you. And so a couple other points I want to make and be just extremely honest with you and not waste your time is that there's three main things that you need to be aware of for you to make the right decision for yourself and know, am I looking for help or is this somebody that can actually help me with this? Number one is, have they lived it? Yes, your girl has lived it, all right? Number two is, can they actually help me? Well, that depends. I can only help people that want help and want to remedy the situation given the information that they're going to move on with action, okay? I cannot lead a horse to water and force them to drink. There's different types of people in this world. There's the people that make moves and there's people that think about making moves, research one thing after another, after another, after another. So let me save you some time and I'm just gonna share with you a couple things that are going on in the industry. So there's multiple individuals in the industry that are trying to help mental health and wellness professionals in the coaching realm, the mentoring space or leadership space. And a lot of them are actually friends of mine. Not all, but many of them are. So you're gonna have products range all the way from $300 for a itty bitty little tiny course that dips your toe in the water, which is perfect for somebody that's what they want. Then you're gonna have individuals like me that have lived it, done it again, and then figured it out even more. And then you have individuals that say they've lived it, but have never a day worked in community mental health, never a day ran their own private practice, and never in their day understood what it's like to be a clinician, to be a woman maybe, to be a person of color, or to be somebody that just really didn't understand why things are the way they are, and why are we putting ourselves with caseloads that's overloaded, because we're the workhorse. And so, what I am sharing with you is that there's ranges of different help, right? There's the person that's willing to invest zero, nada, zilch, nada, okay? And these people are fine. And if you're one of them, please understand where you're at and you're starting, okay? Nothing wrong with that, but please understand where you're at. Then there's individuals that say, well, I'll invest if it makes sense, right? Like if there's value there and it's adding value to my life, absolutely I'll invest given my resources or given my ability to do so, or flex on payment plans, 100%. I love giving opportunity. So all that being said, I want to share with you that in the industry, there's individuals that are going to coach you at like 1,000, 2,000 about space. And then you have what you call your high level, high ticket individuals, okay, that are coaching you at a much more individualized, customized, niche understanding for mentorship and coaching. Those individuals are going to charge you anything between like 3 to 5 to 6,000, okay? Anything above that is somebody that's already specialized in the area you're looking for, specifically for sales, for marketing, for how to get something specifically in your business done, and they're going to do it with you or they're going to do it for you. Very different than group coaching or a course. I'm just sharing with this honestly, so you're fully aware of what options you have available to you. So what do I offer? You know, it's really awesome, but I offer everything. And what I mean by that is over the years, we've realized that there's individuals that like what we got going on, right? They like what's going on in our yard. And so they want access. And so we thought to ourselves over time, what can we create for the individual that's just starting? They might still be in grad school. They might just be, you know, trying to fill it out and see like, what school isn't teaching me yet, right? Awesome. So that's any courses that we have available on the website, and you're more than welcome to click and look through and see if there's something for you. Then there's the individuals that what we call starters. You're just starting a practice, or just starting to consult, to coach, or just really get out there on their own. They're probably working for an agency. They probably don't have any clients, or just like a few here and there, right? So these individuals usually go into the course and the community area, right? Then we have the people, and this is very interesting. We have the clinicians, the individuals that are in the growth stage. And these individuals are absolutely my favorites because they have the most ability to grow and to scale. Why? Because they're still moldable, because they're still curious, because they're still hungry to learn, right? Just like that hunger we had at the very beginning of us jumping into school. And then after that, even having the opportunity to say, well, what do I want to do with my career? I was one of them. I had coaches even before I went into private practice, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And till this day, I'm very happy with that decision. So that being said, these individuals have the opportunity to have group coaching within our program, and that's done once a week, and that's within community, and you have access to 24/7 Q&A within the community, right? The most important part about all of this that I'll tell you is the access you get. I want to be very clear. This even happens in the mental health industry. When people pay for your time and they pay for your hour, it's not necessarily what it is that your hourly rate is, but it's the experience you're bringing into the room, that you're bringing straight to them, no filter, and just saying, hey, listen, this is what I have lived on my own. This is what I've experienced. And if you follow that same road, you're gonna hit the same hole. And I don't want you to hit that hole. I want you to have a nice, smooth ride so you don't have to go through that learning. You don't have to, you have the learning curve, and you can just get like the VIP fast pass to wherever it is that you're going, right? Okay, and then you have your scalers. Oof. These individuals, I get tingly all over thinking about it. So these individuals are already running a group practice. They already have hired clinicians. They're already doing about like $200K a year. And these individuals, these healers, I love them because they're leaders. And many of these individuals are not so much looking for telling them how to do it, but more as a mentor, more as a guide to lead and say, well, what's next? That's the key question you want to ask yourself if you're in the scaling phase. It's what's next for me? And for those of you that aren't there yet, this is what you can aspire to. This is what you can be like, wow, there's steps and there's stages for me to grow. Yes, there's always a place for you to grow. So that being said, I do want to show you a little bit about the training that I went ahead and created, and I want to honor and promise you that this isn't your basic everyday, like, look what this is and give this to you and yada yada. I want to be just straight up honest with you so we don't waste our time and it's nothing but a value add, okay? So Here's what I need you to do. Before you press start, okay, I need you to take out like a notepad or whatever it is you do to take notes, because usually what people do is put it on their phone, which is fine. I do that too. But when it comes to things like this, I usually pull out my notepad, right? And I have my little pen in different colors like green, pink, whatever. I'm a geek. So I write down the most important parts, and then on the side, what I do, like soap notes, is I write specific questions that I have in regards to blank. So then I'll draw like a little arrow, and then I'll put a question about this, and this. Because what I want you to do afterwards is send me those questions. So not only do I know that you're paying attention, but you're also really invested and you're actually curious about learning what's the next steps for you. Once again, like I said, I can lead a horse to water, but I cannot force you to drink. So I'm here for you, and I want to help you, and I want to see where it is that you're in your stage of growth, but I won't understand unless I have really good questions from you. And so I leave you with this. The individual who has the greatest quality questions receives the greatest quality in their life. People who has great questions have great opportunities that come from understanding what it is that they are trying to dissect or evolve. And we know that specifically as mental health and wellness professionals. The more curious we are about a patient, individual, or clients, the more our ability to understand them, connect with them with compassion and patience and understanding. And so I leave you with this. You know, one of the biggest missions that we have here at the Vida system is to change the way the world operates. And for the longest, you know, I, much like yourself, I was in school and I would look at things and I'm like, that don't make sense, okay? And then I got into the career and I'm like, that still doesn't make sense. How is it that the billing companies are making more money than the clinicians, and the agencies are just stacking us and just feeding us all these clients and we're the workhorse? I didn't understand. And then I got out of that, and then I got into private practice, and I was like, got it. What mental health and wellness professionals need the most help with is what they didn't teach us in school, which is business stuff. That's literally what I understood. And then I was like, boom. So then our purpose was to bring to you what school didn't teach you about business. And so I'm not going to promise you that this is a business school for therapists. I'm not going to promise you that this is going to solve all your problems. And I'm definitely not going to promise you that this is a, get rich quick scheme, because it's not. You got to put in work. You got to put in reps. You got to put in days and nights and sweat and tears, because this is not any easier than what school was for us. Because I don't know about you, but I got 2 licenses that I retired. I got 2. So I did 6,000 hours, right? I didn't take it easy. I went through a DMH, Department of Mental Health, contracted agency from the government. And it wasn't an easy walk in the park. And so I've done my time, and I'm just sharing, some knowledge and just some golden nuggets that I've gotten over time. And I want to keep it real with you, because you deserve that. And so did I. I wish I had this when I was going through my time and growing my businesses. And now I've expanded, as you all know, over time. And I wish nothing but the best for you. And even if you feel that we're not a right fit, or you feel that we can't help you, no worries. I appreciate that, because at least out of this training right here, what I need for you, the number one thing, take good notes, ask good questions, but most importantly, make a decision. Do not be the wheels stuck in the mud. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, because then you're no different than the clients that we see that are just stuck, right? Just a little tip. We want you to make a decision. It's either a heck yes in your entire body that says, heck yeah, that's for me. I want growth. I want to learn. And I know this is going to take me good places, because I'm going to put in the work as a team with the Vida team. Or no, thank you. I want to be stuck in the mud, and I'm not trying to move from this place. I am comfortable. I love certainty, and I am not open to any growth opportunity, because it's going to make me uncertain and unstable. That's it, period. You need to know where you're at with it. So appreciate you just listening to my TED Talk today. And if there's anything else that comes up, just let me know, shoot me a message, and we'll go from there, all right? Thanks, bye.